Hey YouTube, welcome back to The Edge of Here. Let me get that drill out of the way for all the newbies very quickly. It is Tuesday, April 11th, 2017 at 3:22 p.m. Okay, so the drill is I curse a lot and I talk about controversial and sensitive topics, all of which at this point can be triggering because everything's triggering. If you can't handle that, just please go on to your YouTuber of choice. And if you feel the need to thumbs the video down, I respectfully request that you just at least leave a comment and tell me why. I love open dialogue in my comment sections and I encourage it. Plus, just please don't make them harmful or hurtful because this is a complete waste of everybody's time and we don't know where the hell time is going right now. So, on with the show. Okay, house my ass. I'm just saying, okay? Yeah, first of all, I'm doing a video in like broad daylight and I'm totally uncomfortable and whatever. Okay, so in previous videos recently, within the last week, my cat video, I told you that we had been laying in bed watching a video that had an extreme profound impact and it was, MoneyBags73 video about the Haas Avocados. And I highly recommend watching this video, and I am going to put it down in the link below. And it's not only the Mandela effect with the avocado, because, like, if you believe it was Haas, then I totally believe you because I have figured something out that I just totally believe you. But for me, it's just always Haas, and I'll give you my story. And I'm going to tell you that I've talked to, within the last week, I've made it a specific point, specific people to talk to in the community and who to go to. And okay, so go watch the Haas Avocado video because I'm telling you, it has my ass, okay? Has my ass. I've never heard the word has in my life. Like, if you go to my own personal page, which I don't even fucking care, I'm sure you see this shit all the time. I am Nikocado Avocado. I watch him every day. He was vegan. I was vegan. I live for avocados. Like, in the video I made last night, I said that I was going through my old photographs because I was looking for a photograph of my son on the day of graduation with my own personal Haas avocado tree in my front yard, strategically planted so it would grow perfectly here in Mexico. I mean, Southern California. Let's face it, I'm virtually in Mexico. What am I, an hour and a half away at the most? I mean, 10-minute plane ride. I'm a minority here. I don't speak Mexican. I don't speak Spanish perfectly, obviously. So I've been talking to some actual Mexicans, and I'll get to that. But in Moneybags' video, the second part of his video has some really profound information for just people that are affected, and more importantly, for people that are living with people that are affected, that think we're just batshit crazy and don't understand what's happening. This is not mass hysteria, mass, we're all getting early onset Alzheimer's all of a sudden, or early dementia all of a sudden. If this is happening all of a sudden like that on a mass scale, then it's even more nefarious than we can even imagine. And at this point, it's just so fucked up. So we're laying in bed the other night after the Monday. It was last Monday. He posted this video last Monday. It was his birthday, April 3rd. So we're laying in bed that night. I watched this video and I was just waiting for him to come in. And he watched this video. I told you he texted his mom. He wound up texting her. I'm like, what are you doing? Texting my mother. I'm like, what are you texting her? It's like at that point it was 2:45 a.m. on the East Coast, and I know she doesn't sleep with her phone, so I hadn't been concerned. But why would you be texting her, Mom? I've never seen him do that. So, um, he said, I'm asking her about the avocados, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, and then I said, did any of that video, like, and he was like, yeah. And then, it led us to the Yelp reviews because of the profound things that he has to say about people not really understanding, led us to the Yelp reviews, and then led us to the crazy vets and the demon vet and the no licenses, and hurting my cat and killing our cat and hurting our cat, and made him wake up. Now, every day I mean, as I was pulling up Moneybags' video to have on the screen, I saw the Al Pacino thing, and I'm just like, okay, I have so much. I'm sitting here with my phone because I was out. I did a lot today, and I took so many photographs. I went to this hot dog place that, I don't know, it's just like, all of a sudden it was Pizzagate, and I'll just show you, and it's just fucking weird. But let me get to the Haas Avocado thing, because I live in Palm Springs. Haas Avocados, like, it's Haas Avocados. It's Mexican avocados. We eat avocados every day when you live here. I mean, there's a Mexican restaurant every 2 stores down. Of course, they're using avocados, and well, I thought they knew it was Haas, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. So yeah, when you watch this video and you see that fucking Haas patented a fucking fruit in 1935 and he died in 1952, just thinking about that bronze plaque in the ground, I swear it gives me a migraine. So during this laying in bed talking about this video, I made this prediction. I said, watch, we're going to go into the grocery store tomorrow. We're going to go into any store tomorrow. And it's going to be Haas. Hold on a second. My cat, with the weather, it goes hot, cold in the daytime. And she's just like, heat. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't actually get into the grocery store the next day. Instead, I don't know, we had some errands to run, so we had hit the post office. And I was going to wait in the car, and I said, oh, while you're in there, just do me a favor, and, when you're checking our P.O. box, bring me any sale papers. So I wanted to look at sale papers. Now I'm going to show you. This is the grocery store that I usually go to. And this is the grocery store that's, like, closest to me at the moment. I find that, the prices are reasonable compared to, like, Ralph's, which is like Kroger's, and Albertsons is like a bitch to get to. I'm just saying, this is the grocery store that I happen to go to. It's not a Mexican grocery store. I'm going to show you a Mexican grocery store. I should have had one on the screen, but I got one in my hand. So this is just a regular damn grocery store. I'm going to just blow myself up while I do this, because whatever. I don't know. So, we didn't get, I don't want you having to get a seizure with that shit behind you, so let's just go here for a second. Okay, so I didn't get into Stater Brothers that day, and when he came out of the P.O. box, or came out of the post office, he had this in his hand. I see him walking towards the car, and I'm like, that's it? Really? That's it? And then he hands it to me, and, I said, what's it say? I'm not looking at it yet. And he's like, so I picked the thing up, and I immediately noticed this. Okay, now we know Haas Avocado is a Mexican avocado. Well, it wasn't until today, and I'll tell you why. To me, well, yeah. So I picked this thing up, and it is for a grocer, a carniceria, Rancho Grande Carniceria, which is a carniceria. It's meat market, but they're really like small grocery stores, because, God, I look like shit. I'm so sorry. I look like windblown. Must be from driving around, whatever. I'm sure you don't care. So this, it's like they sell, everything in there. So I knew there would be an avocado on here. I knew it. So I mean, it's just like one page. So I go right to the avocado. And I could have shit my pants, but I didn't, because I expected it and I predicted it. And if you can see that, this, now, just so you know, this actually is in Spanish, this paper, okay? It's mostly in Spanish. I mean, obviously there's some English, but it's mostly in Spanish. So, you know, I just looked for the picture of the avocado before I looked at the words. So, yeah, it said Haas my ass, okay? It says Haas, it says, fucking avocados. Aguacate chico. Must be fucking, I don't know, boy avocado. I don't know. It's a small avocado. Small Hass avocado. Okay. Now, we know that a Haas avocado is a Mexican avocado. So, over the past week, wherever we have been that I have felt comfortable enough to speak to someone who seemed to be Mexican, I just simply asked them a question. And today, I was in Stater Brothers today. And I'll tell you what happened in Stater Brothers with the produce manager. So I've asked numerous actual Mexican people over the past week what kind of avocados they use. Now, I made it a point that they would knew English because, like, I'm going to see my landscaper on Friday, and I'm going to try and ask him about a Haas avocado, but the translation might not work very well. So I made it a point to speak to people who we could communicate together. I'm not kidding. Every single, now before I even thought to just like ask a few random people, I was so fucking sure that I could go to 1,000 Mexicans and they would all tell me, oh yeah, it's a Haas avocado. It's from Mexico. It's like our national fruit. Every single Mexican person that I've spoken to in a week has said this to me, which I thought was even weirder, especially after seeing this. They've just said, you know, I've asked, like, what kind of avocados do you use? And what brand, or, you know, or not what brand, but what, I have a mental block, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean. What kind of avocado are you using? Every single fucking person has said, I don't know, just an avocados. And I was like thinking to myself, really? Every single one? After speaking to this produce person who is not Mexican. So shouldn't know as much about a Mexican avocado as I would think, you know, a national treasure like a Haas avocado would be to a Mexican. I asked another one, and I don't know, she was weird and she acted strange, and I don't know, she's buying a 12-pack of beer and a happy birthday balloon at like fucking 11 a.m. I don't know, it's just strange. So I just, you know, I couldn't initially tell if maybe she was Native American or Mexican. So, you know, I'm just friendly. I'm picking out chocolate bars because they're like buy two, get two free. It was actually buy two, get one free, but the chick, she gives us buy two, get two free. So, so I, you know, very respectfully start a small conversation with this woman who was just like, I just wanted a damn reaction out of her because I'm going to tell you why. As I entered the store, I was like, because it just gets weird. So, yeah, this is just sweetened, like sweet tea decaf. I need more. So she like looked down at me like, I don't know, she had nothing to look down on, trust me. And she said, what do you mean? And all I did was ask her if she happened to know the name of the Mexican avocado. Well, it was like I asked her for her fucking social security number because the response I got was, no, just like an avocado. Okay. So I did go, so while in Stater Brothers, this motherfucking, you can't see because when I'm big on the screen like this, Doesn't allow me, I don't know why, whatever. So while I'm in Stater Brothers, I happen to go, I'm like beelining for the produce section right after I hit through the florals. And it's another video, this whole marketing and advertising and priming thing that I came across. And so I head through the florals, and as we were walking through the florals, I'm babbling about all kinds of crazy shit about smiles on cars, and I'm going to do a video next about all this. But we're heading through the florals. I'm like, do you smell the florals? And yes, we immediately smelled the florals. And he didn't like it. He's like, yeah, it smells like a funeral home to me. So we head in opposite directions. He goes this way and I go this way. And I'm thinking I'm going towards the produce department. But I had like stores, you know how you go into a store and it's completely, you go into Walgreens and it's backwards. That happens. It's here. Walgreens here, totally backwards. So I walk into the store and I head this way. I'm heading for the booze, thinking I'm heading for the produce. And then I get down there and I'm like, fuck, no, this isn't. So I turn right around. I go head all the way back down the store, passing those florals again. And I head into the produce department. And as I'm heading into the produce department, and I'm making my way, just carrying my purse back to the avocados. He comes around a corner and he looks at me and he goes, they just say avocados, California avocados. I said, what? Because, like, I know the signs said Haas. As a vegan, we have vegan restaurants here, and there's a specific vegan restaurant that we go to where there's a huge board, a chalkboard, with everything's handwritten. The sandwiches are handwritten, and Haas is multiple times on this board because they have to fucking stick an avocado in almost everything for you to get your fat and your protein. And Haas, they're always putting like caps so it stands out so you know it's a good avocado. HAAS. So I go up to the produce. She could have been the produce manager for all I know. She was actually pulling apart heads of, I think it was bok choy. It could have been Napa. I'm not sure. It was just some sort of cabbage. And she knew what she was doing with produce. So, I walked up to her after I walked over to the avocados and went, well, California avocados? Fuck. And, so we started looking at the little stickers and no, it was all California. So I walked up to the produce person and she was working and I said, oh, excuse me, do you happen to have any Mexican avocados? And she looked confused for a second. She looked over at the avocados and went, aren't those? And then I went, no, those are all California avocados. And she said, oh, well, they're the same thing, but no, they shouldn't be California avocados. They should be, and I went, Haas? She said, yeah, Haas. Haas avocado. They should be Mexican Haas avocados over there, but I guess we only have California avocados right now. But yeah, they should be Haas. And I said, not Haas. She said, no, Haas. So my boyfriend's like nowhere to be found. So I start like walking through the back of the store and, with the meat and the dairy. And I'm looking down every aisle because I know he's like looking for toilet paper and Persil laundry detergent on the brain. I don't know why. So I'm just glancing down every aisle, just trying to find him. And all of a sudden, I see him wandering around the booze. Now, this dude doesn't drink. I mean, yeah, he has a beer like once a fucking month. He doesn't drink. So I'm like, I hadn't said the hot story with the produce person yet. So I said, what are you doing at the booze? Am I getting Prosecco? Because like flat broke, no Prosecco. And he's like, no, I'm just looking. And I don't know what he's looking for. So I said, well, while we're here, let's look at the Prosecco and I'll tell you the Haas Avocado produce story. So, I looked at, stop. So, I tell him, and, he's not surprised. But immediately says, oh, you did it wrong. I'm like, now he's telling me how to approach people with Mandela effects? No, okay, whatever. I did it the way I had to be done. You pick and choose the way you speak to certain people. And, sometimes the shit comes out of your mouth before you really want it to. And like my friend David and I, we talk about how we bring things up to people. And you don't want to come around like looking creepy, can I ask you a question? And being just like, creeps people out, I guess. So, house my ass. I'm just saying. Hass my ass. So now, literally, Mexican people don't know their own don't know their own avocado. Like, I haven't reached out to Nikocado Avocado because, and I know he's into like conspiracy stuff too, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll tag him in this if I could figure out how. Um, we kind of know each other, but we don't know each other. But I'm sure he knows of me. Not in this way because I've not made myself public before, and I don't advertise that I'm doing this. So, some of my viewers, they don't tell all of their friends and stuff because they don't want everybody in their close social circles to think they're batshit crazy. Well, I keep my social circles very tight, and I am not posting on Facebook. My close friends, there are only two of them that know about this. They know I'm not on Facebook. I mean, I was just on Facebook yesterday just to see what I actually have been posting, and I've only made 3 posts since like fucking September, and they've just been random weird posts, like something about 9/11, something about a Mandela Effect. I don't know. I'm not getting any responses. People are sort of ignoring me because I fell off the radar. But tell me your Hass My Ass Avocado experience, because how is it Hass to you? Because I'm so very confused. I lived in South Florida for 23 years. I mean, yeah, it's tropics. It's not Mexico, but we used Haas avocados, so I don't understand. And his mother, her response, excuse me, I spit. Her response was, I don't know, I don't like avocados. It's just, shit's getting weirder and weirder. It's 22 minutes in, everybody. Peace out.